a diva. I'm a diva. I'm a diva. I'm a diva. I'm a diva.
Welcome, sweeties. Welcome to Our Way Podcast. I'm Chel.
And I'm Kayla.
And we are bringing a topic to you today that is new to me. And girl, let's talk.
It's new to both of us.
Well, I'm going to say new to my generation.
Oh, okay.
New to my generation. Because I think that if this topic was, if people were doing this, which I'm sure they were, years ago, the 90s, 80s, wasn't talked about very much. So what we're talking about today is polyamorous. And let's get the definition. I know what I mean, but I want to get the definition. So let's look it up really quick. So the definition is polyamory is a form of ethical or consensual non-monogamy that involves having romantic or sexual relationships with multiple partners at the same time. So, let's talk about it. How do
You
you
want me to
feel?
go first?
Yes, I do. How do you feel?
I don't think that I would be able to be in a real relationship with multiple people. Meaning, I don't know, two guys and another girl. Does that count?
What do you
Or
mean?
would it just have to be like me and like three other guys?
Well, no. If you're attracted to women, then it would be you and a woman. And if you're attracted to men also, then it would be you and men
Okay, well,
all at the same time.
I don't think I would be able to be in a relationship with me and three other guys or two other guys. But a sexual relationship, it's crossed my mind a few times.
So you're saying that you would be in... But isn't that really what it is?
But
A polyamorous relationship is basically saying we're not in a monogamous relationship, just you and I. I have other sex partners, you have other sex partners, but when we together, and when we ain't, we ain't. Ain't
no,
that what it
I
is?
mean more like me maybe being with two men and then in a bed.
Like a threesome?
Yeah.
We ain't talking about that.
But that's this part of the definition.
No.
It said a relationship or a sexual relationship.
Right. Which means you're having a sexual relationship with the men that you're dealing with, and the other men are aware of it.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, I feel like I do that now.
So you feel like you are in a polyamorous relationship?
No, I'm saying
now?
I feel like the men that I talk to,
Mm-hmm.
we make it clear, you know, I'm not with you, you're not with me.
Mm-hmm.
I just ask that if you have sex with somebody else, you let me know.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Well,
I think more like polyamorous is more like we watch the shows. It's when you and your wife or your girlfriend
mm-hmm.
say they're gonna invite a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
But you don't. But the mate doesn't always have to be with that other person.
Right.
Yes.
I don't think I would be able to do it.
Why? There's no monogamy in this.
Hmm?
There's no monogamy in this.
I said I don't think I would be able to be in a polyamorous relationship.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Are you asking why?
Yes. Because
Because
you almost
I-
live a life like that now. You said.
Because right now it's just all fun and games. But if I'm really like with a husband, I don't want you to be with no other girl.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about that because a husband means some form of monogamy is there.
But when we watch those shows, they do be married.
Yeah, but you're talking about polygamy. That's polygamy. Once you are married and you bring in another person and you consider that person a spouse, that's polygamy. That's not polyamorous. Polyamorous has no commitment from what the definition. No commitment, no monogamy, no one-on-one. It's all of us. It ain't
So,
just you and
basically,
him.
you're just going from one person to another person. Yes.
And
Well,
you're being open and transparent.
well, I feel like I do that now.
Okay. you're living right now as a young adult, not committed to anybody, if you want to be with old boy today and then old boy, a different old boy tomorrow, then you're good.
Yes, that's my business.
I don't know if that's considered polyamorous.
See? That's what you just said.
Wait, hold on. Let's go back to Webster. Let's see what Webster said.
That's what you just said.
Let's see what Webster said. I don't know. Okay, say polyamory is a form of ethical or consensual non-monogamy that involves having romantic or sexual relationships with multiple partners at the same time. And I wonder when they say the same time, do that mean physically at the same time, like in the bed? Or does that mean you're with this person one day and you're with this person another? That's at the same time.
Well, that's why I gave both examples.
Okay, let's see. Things to know. Four types of polyamory. Here's this. Let's see. Let's see what this tells us.
Yeah, this is a great educational segment.
For me. Let's see. Okay, polyamory is not cheating. It is based on honesty. All partners involved must be aware of the kind of relationship they are entering into and enthusiastically consent to be a part of it. That does not mean that everyone in a polyamorous relationship must identify as polyamorous or is dating multiple partners. There are plenty happy mono-poly relationships, but it does mean that cheating on a partner you have been monogamous with from the inception of your relationship and then calling it polyamory when your other partner is revealed is not polyamory. So what this is saying is that if you're in a monogamous relationship, like me and Dad, if he says, okay, honey, I know that we're in a monogamous relationship, but sometimes I want to dip out and go with whoever, right? And I said, oh, okay, that's no problem. Then that's a consensual monopoly. Okay, so let's say me and Dad are not in a marriage, but we're dating and we've been dating. And then I say, okay, well, I want to go out and do da-da-da with da-da-da. And he's like, okay, cool. And then he says, I want to go out and do da-da-da with da-da-da. Then I say, cool. So now we're in a polyamorous situation. So you feel like that's what you do right now?
No, because I'm not with any specific person, so no.
Okay, so you just living your best life, my girl.
Yeah.
Ain't no polyamory going on with you.
No.
Because, let's see if this tells us. Polyamory versus polygamy. Okay. So polyamorous is having more than one romantic relationship, whereas polygamy is the plurality of marriage, meaning to have more than one spouse. Nobody's doing that. Clear about that. Are polyamorous relationships illegal? Polyamorous relationships are not legally recognized as domestic unions. You can't be legally married to multiple people at once. However, many people still practice polyamorous relationships. Sometimes people form a triad or throuple, where one partner is married to another. However, all three are in a committed relationship to one another. Okay, so it sounds like what that's saying is that me and Dad are married, right? And then I want to bring someone else in. We're all in a relationship, but the two men don't have to be together.
Right.
I'm the person in the middle. Or if it's Dad and he brings another woman in, her and I don't have to have anything, but we have to agree that we're all in this one relationship.
Right.
Okay, so that makes sense.
So let me clean up what I was saying.
Please.
What I was saying is right now, if I want to be with man number 1 on Monday and man number 2 on Friday, I can do this. It's my business.
True.
And if I want to, let's say, man number 1, me and him been talking for a long time. I trust him, he trusts me, and I say, hey, I want to have a threesome, and he say, okay, with another man, I can do that. That's my business.
Yeah, but it's not polyamorous.
No.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say about my own life.
So this says that according to this, it says here are 9 common types of polyamory. A triad. Some polyamorous couples choose to date other singles together, seeking a long-term partner with which to become a triad. or a throuple. Women who are open to dating couples together are often called unicorns due to the popularity of single women in the ENM and CNM community. Men who are open to dating couples together are sometimes called dragons. So, a quad, some polyamorous couples choose to date other couples. Okay. A VEE, very commonly in polyamory, one person dates two people separately. They are then the pivot in a V-style relationship. Their two partners are metamorphs to one another, and those two people might never meet. You're a V. Mm-hmm. It says very commonly in a polyamory, one person dates two people separately. They are then the pivot in a V-style relationship. Their two partners are metamorphs to one another, and those two people might never meet, or they may become close friends, but they do not have a romantic relationship.
Well, my friends are never meeting. It's not necessary. And I'm sure they have other friends also whom I will never meet. And that's fine.
Then you have a solo polyamory. A solo poly person typically prefers to live alone and has multiple partnerships that they do not define in a hierarchical manner. Interesting. Polycule. A polycule encompasses everyone on the relationship map, including all of your partners and metamorphs, whether or not they cohabitate. There may be polycule meetings or discussions to consider decisions which have implications for everyone involved. Oh, okay. So in this one, everybody's talking to everybody. But nobody has to be necessarily sexually into one another. But everybody talk like a community and make decisions that affects the community is what that sounds like. Hierarchical poly. In hierarchical polyamorous relationships, there is a primary couple who may cohabitate, combine finances, have children together, or participate in other aspects of a shared life. These couples define the rules for how they are allowed to explore secondary relationships. Anchor partners.
Ma.
It's 9. Do you want to stop?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess we get the point.
We get it.
Okay, well, I was just making sure. I was making sure we had clear.
We get it. They get it. I hope y'all get it. If y'all don't Google it. Listen, okay?
I was just trying to get a clear understanding. That's it.
I do not want to be a part of polyamory. Do I think it's very unique? Yes. Do I think that people who do it are cool? I do. Whatever makes you happy, great. It's not for me. I consider myself to be a young lady who has multiple friends, and what I do with my friends is my business. Okay? And each friend knows I have other friends. Okay? It's my business. I'm not out here just lying. Okay? But I'm also ain't out here just having sex with all of them either. So keep it cute. Okay?
Well, as for me, it's all a no. I would like to say another word to that, but I'm not going to do that. But it's an absolute no. No. I have a husband and one home. Ain't nobody else coming in. Absolutely not.
So no threesomes for you.
No. Absolutely not. No.
I would.
You have threesome? Hey, have at it, sweetie. That's you. Nah.
But my friends don't want to because they don't want to do it with another man. and I don't want to do it with another female. So.
Oh, you want to have a threesome with 2 men? You know what? I know someone who's had that.
Did they like it?
She did. She did. She enjoyed it greatly, actually. Now that I'm reflecting on the conversation that her and I had, she thoroughly enjoyed that.
It's hot.
I'm sure it is. Well, I have never wanted anything like that before, but you know me, I say live your bestest life. Just be safe.
Well, the reason why I will not is because, for one, like I said, my friends don't want to. With a man. Fine doing it with a girl, but I ain't doing it. I'm just not.
Well, of course, most men are fine with doing it with a female.
Right. But I'm not doing that. And, you know, once you really get into the mental things of things, there's a lot of germs.
Facts.
And you know how I am with my body and...
No, not so much.
Nah.
Not so much.
I like the idea of it, and if you've done it, kudos to you. Let me know how it was. But as far as me and my body chemistry and my pH balance and things, it's gonna be a no.
I know. Well, I do know. I know. Actually, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I do know someone else who has had a threesome with a girl. So her, another girl, and a guy. I do know, and that was, you know, an experience. And she did not choose to have any more experiences like that, but that was an experience for her. But yeah, no, it's not something that I've ever have done.
I think it would be unfair to the other girl because I'm not putting my mouth down there. What?
Well,
you don't want to talk about it anymore?
No, I'm good. No, I'm so good. What I was about to say is that some women don't have a problem with them being the giver and you being the receiver. Some women ain't got no problem with that. Some women don't care if you don't return the favor to them. Some girls are okay with that, depending on the female. Some girls is okay completely being the giver and not receiving. Some girls are like that.
But then, like, the other part of the problem is once...
Girl, we came this far. We might have take this thing all the way.
My dude can't go in her, then try to come back and go in me.
So you saying he has to penetrate you first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because that ain't that.
Because then that's when the germs take over.
It's just too many germs. It's a no for me. I like
that
the idea.
Quick.
I like the idea. Really want to do it, but it's a no for me.
Hey,
it's just too many germs, and
I mean, it's definitely about a lot of bodily fluids going on. It's not something that I could do. It's no. Well, my whole objective, besides the bodily fluids, I'm just not sharing nobody with nobody. I'm not doing. If my dude is my dude, he's my dude. I'm
well,
not
when
sharing.
you do it with two guys, he's sharing. You ain't sharing nothing. You're receiving it all.
I'm good. That's too much receiving. I'm good.
I'm just saying.
My one is good enough. He got that. No sharing. I ain't doing no sharing. He ain't doing no sharing. We gonna share just with one another. But I applaud those that know what they want. They go for what they want. And if that's what you want, I say be safe as your mother. Make good choices. Make good decisions.
Well, I ain't out in those streets now.
No, I'm saying in that time, if that's the decision later down the line, you say, okay, I'm gonna just go for it.
I'm gonna tell you about it.
I'm sure. I'm
gonna call you and I'm gonna tell you about it.
I'm sure she will. She leaves nothing out. And I'm just gonna say, I hope you were safe. I hope you make good choices. Because I don't want it to be a situation to come up. Oops, I'm pregnant. Oops, don't know who that is. So let's just make good choices. That's all.
Well, right
But right now, it's a no.
Because it's just too many germs. I'm real clean, y'all. And it's a no for me.
Please. With that conversation, I learned a lot. She said a lot. Let's be clear about it. My Chel tip of the day would be live your bestest life. Just be safe and be cautious. Make good choices. And that's not to say a good choice for you is a good choice for somebody else. Just live in your truth, live in your space, do what makes you happy. Just be safe while you're doing whatever it is to protect yourselves. Yeah, I learned a whole lot, and I'm glad about it. One thing else, if you live a polyamorous life, or if you feel like what we said was way off, please let us know, because we just, we looking on the internet like everybody else. I don't know a polyamorous person. I don't know anyone who's living that life. I don't know anyone who lives a polygamy life. I don't know anyone. So if what we said was inaccurate, please let us know. We will definitely redo a video and clarify and clean up anything that we may not have gotten right. But don't forget to click like, click share, comment, subscribe. We want to hear from you all. And when you see us on the street,
don't forget to say,
hey girl, hey.
I'm a diva. 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 I'm a